It is directly Barack Obama and Joe Biden talking to the FBI director, who then does things that we have never ever seen before in the FBI in ambushing this White House. It's Barack Obama that's really informing her and talking about this directly with the director of the FBI. So there is no middleman here. There is no person there isn't the Attorney General. It is directly Barack Obama and Joe Biden talking to the FBI director, who then does things that we have never ever seen before in the FBI in ambushing this White House. And I got to tell you, what bugs me as much as anything, Ed, is they did not give the incoming president the courtesy and the respect of giving him a defensive briefing one-on-one. Yeah. They totally bypassed that. That is fundamentally and totally wrong, and shame on Barack Obama for doing that.
These agents specifically schemed and planned with each other how to not tip him off that he was even the person being investigated. In fact, according to Comey's testimony that's attached to the exhibits they filed in the motion to dismiss, they just simply said, you know, we'd like to send a couple of agents by to talk to you. And of course, General Flynn said, sure. And he saw them as allies. They encouraged him to stay that way. They deliberately did not tell him about 1001 because they didn't want to trigger the slightest suspicion in his mind that he was being investigated or should be concerned about anything. So they kept him relaxed and unguarded deliberately as part of their effort to set him up and frame him. We do have the agent's raw notes, but we do not have the original 302. And we now know from additional text messages produced that there were substantial alterations to the 302s. We have some of those changes between February 10th and 11th, and those are attached as exhibits to one of our briefs.
Where's the Flynn 302, Congressman?
Well, the 302 is still missing, Maria. So here's what we know. This report, when it was taken down, after that report was transcribed, we had people at the highest level, the FBI, come and brief us. Plus, we have other sources that also gave us the same information, that the FBI agents essentially said, look, there's nothing to see here. Flynn wasn't lying. And that's what we were told on the record. So we knew this at the beginning of 2017. So you can imagine my astonishment when it began to leak out in the press that General Flynn was being busted for lying to the FBI. But here's the problem.
That's right.
The original report that was used to brief the United States Congress, that report is missing. It's gone. Poof. It's out. We can't find it. Now, look, I think the bigger issue is the conspiracy. Who was doing the spying? Okay, let's just call that spying. Who orchestrated all of this well before July 30th of 2016? That's a key date to remember. Who continued the spying? Right. Who decided it was okay to run all these people into George Papadopoulos and others? These are all questions that we have outstanding for John Durham. The good news is, I think for this week is that the fruits of our investigation that the media covered up and is still covering up to this day, they're not getting past the long arm of the law.
That's the kind of stuff where you begin to get worried that basic, not just institutional norms, but our basic understanding of rule of law is at risk.
I believe the decision by the Justice Department lays bare what was clearly prosecutorial abuse. And for my part, I'd be happy to see Michael Flynn again.